This is the 15th annual Bra Day. I cannot believe it's 15 Bra Days so far. Thank you, everyone. At this time, I'd like to welcome Heather McPherson, our President and CEO of Women's College Hospital, to present our opening remarks.
And I'd like to say to Elaine that you are amazing since you didn't have anyone beside you. Good evening, everyone. I think it was hard to come in from all the displays in the lobby. There was quite a buzz there. Music playing. It looked like a wonderful time. My name's Heather McPherson, and as Elaine said, I'm the president and CEO here at Women's College Hospital, and just absolutely so delighted that you are all here tonight. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge Toronto as a traditional gathering place for many Indigenous peoples of Turtle Island. I want to recognize the ancestral and the traditional territories of the Wendat, the Anishinaabe, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, and the Haudenosaunee, whose territories and nations therein we gather on tonight. We are thrilled again to welcome people both here in the auditorium, and we're filling up, which is great, and from across the country as well, with the goal of giving every woman every chance to access the highest standard of cancer care, no matter where she lives in Canada. Bra Day is hosted by the Peter Gilligan Centre for Women's Cancers here at Women's College Hospital, with generous support from the Canadian Society of Plastic Surgeons, Allergan Aesthetics, Mentor, and Rexall. This event provides accessible education and support for individuals considering breast reconstruction after a mastectomy. We are committed to transforming healthcare for women and gender diverse people by advancing equitable care, research, and learning. Bra Day reflects this mission in action, helping to ensure better access, outcomes, and of course, the patient experience. This evening, you will have the opportunity to hear from leading breast reconstruction experts, connect with others who have experienced the journey of breast reconstruction, and view real-life results after surgery at Bra Day's signature Show and Tell Lounge, proudly sponsored by the Canadian Cancer Society. I also want to take this opportunity to recognize the tremendous effort that has gone into organizing this evening, and my thanks to everyone that was involved. I was down in the lobby around 2 or 3 today, and people were already setting up tables and working to make this experience the best for everybody. I really hope that you find tonight helpful, supportive, and empowering. Together, we're making significant strides towards advancing breast cancer care and treatment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Heather. Like a few remarks. This year, I'm very pleased to share with you that the Peter Gilligan Centre for Women's Cancer is pleased to host Bra Day. And I'd like to extend our gratitude to our sponsors who have provided us with their generous support. The Canadian Society of Plastic Surgeons, Allergan Aesthetic, Mentor, and Rexall. And I cannot open a Bra Day without acknowledging Dr. Mitchell Brown, who founded Bra Day in 2011. And he did this to promote education, increase awareness, and to increase access for women considering post-mastectomy breast reconstruction. Since then, the mission to close the loop on breast cancer has been ongoing. And you will hear from Dr. Mitchell Brown later on today. He'll be also moderating the Q&A session. So I will not ask him to stand because he will be here momentarily. If you can see your agenda, please. Tonight, we have a very fulsome agenda for you. And as we mentioned, we will have this event in person and virtually. If you have joined us in person, you may have received a program So you can turn to your program. If not, you can scan the QR code and you'll get a copy of the program. For all of those who are joining us online, you're able to scan the QR code as well. Tonight, we will start off with presentations from our leading experts, our surgeons, as well as our patients who will share, our patient volunteers who will share their story with us. We're so grateful for their courage and the opportunity to learn from them and for you to learn from them, as well as to ask your questions as you are embarking on your own journey. Following the presentations, we will have a hybrid Q&A session moderated by Dr. Mitchell Brown. And I would like to say that if you have your questions, please raise your hands. We'll have individual mics, and you will see individual wearing pink, and ours perfect timing. And you can reach out to any one of them with your questions. Online, if you can put your questions in the chat, and we will present them to the various speakers as well. And I also would like to say that each year we receive lots of questions online. We do the best to answer them even after the Q&A session is done. If we don't get a chance to answer the questions, we are committed to post the responses. Can you probably turn this in a bit? Post the responses online, and so that you'll see the responses there. We do have our signature Show and Tell Lounge, which I must say that is proudly sponsored by the Canadian Cancer Society. Our in-person Show and Tell Lounge will be located on 2 floors, this floor and on the main floor. You are welcome to join our Show and Tell Lounge. And also virtually, we'll have a Show and Tell launch following the Q&A session. So please do not leave and stay tuned for the virtual Show and Tell session. We do have exhibitors, as you can see as you're coming in. You'll see our exhibitors. They will be here until 10 p.m., so you have the opportunity to see them as well. We also have some session by some of our genetic counselor and social worker will be available to speak to you on the 2nd floor in the auditorium as well if you have some questions. And also a bit of housekeeping. We have bathrooms located on this floor and also on the main floor. The main floor, as you head down the elevator or the staircase, it's to your left. I had to think about that for a sec. To your left. And also, I like to say that for privacy and confidentiality purposes, please refrain from taking pictures of the individuals in their Show and Tell Lounge. And also virtually online, you are free to take pictures of any of the written content. And just want to ensure that we preserve the privacy and the confidentiality of our speakers as well as our participants. You'll also have the opportunity to ask your questions, and we'll have a live Q&A. If you think of a question during a presentation, please write them down, and then we will collect them after.